Get ready to embark on an epic adventure through the wilds of Eldraine. We'll guide you through all the hidden little secrets on the newly released box art, so get ready to embark on the magic that is the wilds of Eldraine.
Wilds of Eldraine will feature a draft, set, collector, bundle, starter decks and 2 interesting commander decks. Let's break it down box by box. The Wilds of Eldraine will focus on some of the darker aspects. We're going to have 3 witches. One of them is featured here on the art. This is Ariette. She is the witch of the charmed apple. And everything is not exactly as it seems, because if you look in her color, you can see that her reflection in the mirror makes her look a little different than the art itself. Ariette is one of 3 witches, and we suspect that this set will feature heavily the different plays, plots and plans of these 3 witches. After the Phyrexian invasion, the entire plane of Eldraine seems to be in a deep slumber. And if you have a look at the packaging for the set booster packs, you can see one who really enjoys this deep slumber. It is of course Ashok. We've always been wondering where is our favorite villain, and she's right here on Eldraine to take advantage of these slumbers and call forth all of her nightmare creatures and pick them out of people's brains as they're sleeping. So she's probably going to feature in a very prominent way. You should also note that Ashok is one of the few planeswalkers who seem not to have lost her spark, so she can still planeswalk around.
With the Wilds of Eldraine, we are revisiting the plane of Eldraine, originally released in the Throne of Eldraine October 2019. Throne of Eldraine had it all. The set had powerful cards, it had a rare land cycle, and it had a lot of beloved creature types including fairies, giants, knights, merfolk and elves. And it had some of the most broken cards in recent Magic history, including the Great Henge, Oko, Embercleave, and some cards were even so broken that they got banned instantly. Many cards were absolutely broken. Of course, Oko was the most broken of them all and he got banned instantly. But other cards were also broken and got banned. These cards include Once Upon a Time, Fires of Invention, Escape to the Wilds and Lucky Clover. Throne of Eldraine was also the first set that featured new frame art. And this adventure frame was really beloved by most. Of course, we've seen a lot of new frame arts recently and we have gotten a little used to it, but let's see if the new set does not have something special in store for us.
If you are getting any value out of this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. It really helps out a ton. Thank you so much.
That was not all, because Throne of Eldraine also featured new mechanics. We had the adventure mechanic where you had the split cards and you could play a card as a spell or as a creature, and if you played it as a spell, the card got exiled and you could later play the creature side of the card. And we also got food tokens, a new artifact that you could sacrifice for life. So let's see if some of these mechanics are making their way back into Wilds of Eldraine.
There is a lot of speculation in the fan community whether or not Ariette, the charmed apple witch, is actually Will and Rowan's mother, the long lost mother that put their father under a spell. It's not known, but we might have some indications later on the draft booster that she might be. We can also tell you that the Universes Beyond cards from The Walking Dead will feature as Universes Within for the set boosters of Wilds of Eldraine. So Universes Within means that they're taking some of the cards from Universes Beyond, reskinning them, making them fit within the Magic universe, but still having the same mechanics and abilities as the other cards. So we will see a reskin of, for example, Rick, Steadfast Leader, in a Wilds of Eldraine version.
The draft box art features Will and Rowan Kindrith, the 2 twins on the Eldraine plane. And Will is featured in heavy armor and a sword, and he also wears a crown. This might indicate that he has taken up position as king after his late father, who died in March of the Machine Aftermath. Rowan seems to have personalized the more wilder aspects of Eldraine. She seems more in touch with nature and she seems more chaotic. There seems to be some sort of magic and trickery connected to her. And if you look closely, you can see that her armor resembles the mirror armor worn by Ariette, the charmed apple witch. So this might indicate that she might be in the cahoots of this evil witch. And this might also hint us to what colors we could expect these 2 twins to represent. Our best guess is that Rowan is represented by Rakdos. Will, on the other hand, seems much more like this good knight errant, maybe Night King even. Our guess is that he's continuing the theme from the original Throne of Eldraine, but maybe with a little twist, so he might actually be Azorius. In many ways, the story about Will and Rowan seems to have some similarities to the Arthurian legends with King Arthur and Morgan le Fay. It remains to be seen if we are going to see these two twins pitched against each other in a play for power.
For the collector box, we have the iconic figure of Sir Ginger, the meal ender. This little lady is riding her horse called Cinnamon, very flavorful, and also you can see on the box arts there's lots of foods of plate all around her. That probably indicates we haven't seen the last of the food token themed mechanics, and they will probably also feature pretty heavily in the Wilds of Eldraine. And please do note this very genius little inspiration with the gelatinous cube, or in this case pudding, where things get stuck inside of it that you can't get out.
Do you remember the original Jumpstart? That was a blast. And then Wizard suddenly decided to just go ahead and make a Jumpstart set for every new release, and the concept got diluted. But with the Wilds of Eldraine, this trend might have been discontinued because there's not a Jumpstart product to the Wilds of Eldraine. Instead, we are getting a starter kit, and we're going to see two decks featured against each other, an angel deck and a dragon deck. So we are being taken back to the old kind of Magic where you had the starter decks pitch against each other with some iconic creatures in them. This little gimmick might be to get people to continue to play Magic after having reeled them in with Lords of the Rings starter kits. We saved the best for last, because right now there's a big hype for the commander decks going to be released with the Wilds of Eldraine. So far, 2 commander decks have been spotted. There might be more in store for us, we don't know as of yet, but 2 have been revealed so far. And one of these is a fairy deck in the mirror colors. The box set says that summon flocks of fairies, play tricks, and this sounds really fun. Fairies was a really beloved tribe when the original Lorwyn was released, and there was a big fairy flavor in the original Thrones of Eldraine. So they're picking up on this fairy flavor, and they're going to play some really fun tricks, I believe. And might this summon flocks of fairies indicate that there might be a Bitter Blossom, or maybe a Bitter Blossom kind of card in the box? We don't know as of yet, but we are excited.
The second commander deck, and I believe there will only be 2, is our green-white deck, which revolves around Virtue and Valor, and I think it looks like it will be a +1/+1 counter focused deck. It features a Dryad and Sir Eliwir. I believe she's probably an elf, as far as we can see.
Oh, I think she looks human, but
maybe
yeah.
A human. But it's mostly about gathering all sorts of creatures from the woods and battling it out, which is really thematically fitting for the Wilds of Eldraine. So these 2 commander decks look like they might be a lot of fun, but definitely more hype for the fairy one right now, because we have a lot of great fairy cards that might see a reprint in this deck.
Buff your creatures, crush your foes. It might be good, we don't know. At least it features a fox.
If you've enjoyed this video, you might want to check out all the other Magic the Gathering releases coming in 2023, and you can check them up right there.
So all there's left to do now is say thank you for watching. It has been a blast, and we hope to see you next time.
Bye.